Hello, good people. My name is Sherry Shine. I am the owner and designer for Sharika Originals Handcrafted Gifts, where we create jewelry for those who are deliberately different. We also create YouTube tutorials to bring out your creative genius. Today, we are going live, our Tuesday live and subscriber giveaway. What we do is we invite people to come on stage with us and show us what you create. We are a group of makers and creators, and primarily the people who subscribe to my YouTube channel are jewelry makers. But as you know, when you're a creative person, you don't really just stick to one thing. You kind of always venture into other things because of the curiosity that creativity gives you. So there are different times where someone may show jewelry, another time where they may show. We have a lady who does some awesome metal work. Uh, we we just have ladies and sometimes a guy who do all kinds of things. So I tried to venture into sublimation. And what I have learned from that is that sometimes you have to just stay in your own lane. I have a Glowforge laser, and I'm pretty good at lasering jewelry. But I've been so curious about sublimation, and I see all the beautiful and awesome creations that people do. And so I decided that I wanted to venture into sublimation. In fact, last week, one of the ladies told us about how we could, instead of sublimating, those of us who have laser cutters, we can cut custom shapes for those who sublimate. So that was really, really interesting to me because I am always looking for more ways to create income in my business that don't where I don't have to do direct selling, because it's getting increasingly more difficult for me to go out and do the direct selling that I am accustomed to doing when I go out to different vendor fairs and festivals and that kind of thing. So that's one of the reasons why I went on YouTube University and I watched a bunch of videos to find out what I needed to get. So I got my list. There's this lady named Delonda, Creating with Delonda, or something like that. I know Delonda is in her name. She is awesome with the sublimation. So I looked at her list, and she kind of told you how to get started, how to set up the printer and all of that. And I I went on Amazon and I ordered everything that I needed. Hello, who's here? I see, looks like we got 5 or 6 people here. Does anybody want to say hello so I can know who I'm talking to? Hello, hello, hello from the outside. Hello, hello. As my grandson says, hello. Cassandra. Hey, hey, lady. Ooh,
Let's see.
it's a slow connection. Hey, JC. Oh, JC, are you okay? I saw your video where you said that you'd had something happen and you didn't want to be on camera, so I can understand that. But I hope you're better now. And it was your birthday, right? Was it your birthday on the 5th? Hello, Deborah O'Neill. How are you? Did you guys hear me about my saga, my short foray into sublimation? Lord, girl, I went and got
So you
all the
bought a
stuff.
machine?
I bought a Epson 2803 printer. I ordered another heat press, like a $200 heat press. It was like an 8-in-1 thing. You could do hats and mugs and everything. But Amazon sent me a message saying that was undeliverable, and I was glad about that, because after I looked at the reviews, there were lots of reviews where people weren't really pleased with it. They were pleased with the price, but they said there were all kinds of little mishaps. So I decided to just go on over to Michael's and get a Cricut heat press. So I got the Cricut heat press. I got the sublimation sheets. I got the sublimation paper. I got the ink. I got all of it. And for 2 days, I have been struggling. And you know what? I just decided, I'm going to sit everything that I have it open. Of course, I opened the ink, and I use one sheet of the sublimation paper, but this is not my lane.
So you just did all of this.
Yeah.
You just did all of this.
Yes. By yesterday, everything had to come in. And so I was ready. I got it all set up, and I was ready to go. I was so excited because I was thinking, boy, there are lots of things that I paint, designs that I paint. And after I paint, I'll paint one sheet, and then I don't want to use it because I like it so much. I don't want to use it all up. So I could sublimate it and then have copies of what I did. So I was just very excited about that. Hi, Robin, Arts and Gifts. Let's see, who else did I miss? Anybody else? Okay.
So what were you sublimating on?
Well, sublimation paper. I haven't opened it.
So you had the sublimation paper, and then you were sublimating on, like the wood blanks. Was it regular wood, or?
I didn't get that far. Because my printer won't work right. Let me show you what my printer did. This is how my printer did.
So the stuff in the background, the text. So was it supposed to be a solid image, or
yes, it was supposed to have all these lines in it. These lines are not supposed to be in that. And I wish I can't even show you the thing because it was something that I had saved on my computer.
And it was an Epson, and you converted it.
Yes.
See,
yes. Hey, Marcia.
I know other people have talked about converting the Epsons to being a sublimation printer.
Right.
So I don't know that much about the printers themselves.
Right. And the conversion, really the conversion is just putting the instead of using the ink that comes with the printer,
is using the sublimation ink.
And that is the conversion.
Maybe you just have a printer with an issue.
I probably do, but that thing has stressed me out. I mean, just I'm through. That's not my lane, and I'm just gonna stay in my lane. Hey, Susan, how are you? And Susan, I have cleaned that printer head. I cleaned that printer head so many times that it told me
you can't clean it no more.
Well, it says stop for 6 hours. Stop.
Okay.
6 hours.
Because now I did hear that. I heard that if you clean it too many times, there's like a chip in the printer that will, kind of burn out, or so at least that one just said wait and stop cleaning. Okay. Because I was somewhere else listening to people talk about sublimation, and this lady was like, well, I was having problems with my printer. She says, I don't want to clean it too many times because then she said it was a chip or whatever. She said it will stop working and then it won't let you clean it at all.
Okay.
But I don't know what kind of printer she had, but she did mention that was an issue. you know, and then she fussed and fussed with it, and then she said, "Oh, I finally got it to work."
Okay.
But
Now JC said she has a Sawgrass 500. That was out of my budget.
okay, because I think I bought some stuff from somebody, and they recommended the Sawgrass.
Okay.
I bought some sublimation material from Johnson Plastic.
Okay. Yeah.
JP. And it came in today in one. I only bought a sheet of each.
Okay.
And each one came in there in its own box. I was like, nah, this was a little.
Was it expensive? Because what I bought was expensive. It was $26 for 4 sheets, 4 pieces. Let me.
Oh, well, then I guess you. Well, I think I ended up paying $30 for 2 sheets.
Okay, this is what I got. Is sublimation hardboard.
And you got that from
Amazon.
Amazon? Okay.
Yes. These 4 sheets cost $26. I said, no wonder it's so expensive to buy the sublimation cuts, the wood cuts.
I wanted to go with, more of a source. So I went with this Johnson Plastic Company because they were like the premium people for sublimation.
Okay.
So I ordered from them instead of ordering from Amazon. But as an experiment, I bought some round blanks from Michael's.
Oh, okay.
And I realized that sometimes when I cut it, that sometimes it would chip.
Oh, that's right. I saw that. I saw
that. I could just kind of peel the sublimation off. Now the new stuff, I haven't tried it yet because it came in this afternoon. And
okay, let me talk with JC and Susan, because JC says she has a Sawgrass 500, and Susan says that she cleans her head every other day. Let's see. Susan, you said you clean your Epsom with hot water when you had a clogged printer nozzle, but I mean, how do you do that? Is there a way to take the ink things out and clean them? I just, I'm not going to do it because I'm going to send this back. I'm going to send this back to Amazon. And
that's right. That's
get my money back. I'm done. I'm done. JC, you said I purchased hardboard pieces and blanks and my laser would not cut it. Oh no, it needed 5 passes. Yeah, because of the strength of the
board.
Yeah.
Now, what laser does JC have? I've been admiring.
She has a diode laser. It's kind of like my
Aura. What do you have?
It's about the same strength as my Aura, but it's different. But they're kind of like the same.
Yeah, I have a 10 watt, and I was able to cut the stuff from Michael's. It's really pretty hard. I cut it. I can't remember how many passes I used. I'm bad. I have to write this stuff down.
Okay, Susan, I'll look it up. Susan said her WF710 clogged printer head clogged. So look it up. So I'll look it up. Just to know, because I'm done. I'm out of my lane. I said I'm just gonna stay in my lane. I'm just gonna cut my wood and fabric.
Yeah. I was thinking about trying to make blanks.
Yeah, I was too. I was so excited about. Hey, Carol, how are you? Carol. After I talked to you, girl, I went out and bought all the stuff. I bought everything, and I was a sublimator for one day. That's it. If you don't use the printer, it will dry up as the air gets to it. Yeah, that's I saw that somewhere too. That you really. My niece has one, and somebody was saying you really have to run it at least once a day to keep it from getting clogged up. So that's another thing. So you gotta keep doing. Oh, JC's is a 10 watt.
Oh, okay. That's what I have. A 10 watt.
Hey, Carol.
Hey, Carol.
Hey, JC.
Oh. Can you
Hey,
hear
guys.
me?
Yeah.
Carol, you got me all excited.
Sherry, you know
Yes.
what? It's payback because I can't tell you how many times I don't watch your videos and then went and bought some stuff to try to make something you to make. So it's just a payback.
Okay, hey, what goes around comes around. That's for real.
You and JC keeps me in trouble. JC had me get all these buttons.
Girl,
JC had me getting all this stuff to resin. I can't tell you, y'all how much trouble y'all done put me in. So it's sweet to see.
oh well, I'm definitely paid back. Let's see. Susan says.
Did you? I didn't hear. Did you go buy a printer?
Yes, girl, and that's the thing that gave me the most trouble is the printer. It won't print. This is my print. All these lines are not supposed to be in here. So it's something with the black ink.
Let me say it again. So okay, so what kind of printer did you go buy?
Epson 2803.
That's the one. That's the one that I got. So I tell you what, Sherry, if you like, before you take it back, we can probably do you could call me and I could make sure your settings, because what it is your settings have to be correct.
Settings.
And so what I did is I watched a YouTube of a young lady and I took her settings and put those on my computer.
Was that Delonda or somebody else?
I'll find the video and send it to you on your Facebook Messenger later.
Okay.
Because her settings work. See, all it is your settings is not correct.
Really?
Yeah. But if you want to stick to cutting, it's okay, because I'll get your cuts and I'll sublimate them, okay?
Yes. Oh man, I was so excited. I pulled out my some of my things that I had painted, like this. I love this, but I don't want to use it all up. I said, "Ooh, I could sublimate this." And
yes, you can sublimate that. Oh my God! And you can sublimate it on faux leather and possibly on regular leather. You just have to spray a coating over it.
Yeah, and I saw where people are doing it with wood. They're putting the sheets of lamination paper, and I went and bought some of that too. I was ready. I
got all of that in that craft room.
Yeah, I did see some gentleman, and he had two boards, and on one board he put the laminating sheets that I used to use in the classroom all the time to laminate my stuff so the kids wouldn't tear it up. He put the lamination sheet on the whatever wood or board, whatever board he had. And then on the other one, he didn't put it. And he had the same picture and he sublimated them. The one with the lamination came out beautiful. The other one was just okay. And I was like,
I've been having fun.
I buy laminated sheets all the time just out of,
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just what I do because I laminate everything.
Well,
but yeah, I was like, wow.
Susan said, I think you have gotten a used printer. No, it was brand new.
But what Carol says is true. Something about you have to know the right setting.
Yeah.
Because people always say something about going in with their setting.
Or what I could do if you don't see it from the person I'm gonna send you the video, if you want to call me and I'll pull up my settings and you just change those same settings on your computer. So before you get ready to print, okay?
Okay, all right. We
don't give it up. Don't give it up quite yet.
Yeah, because those printers do have a lot of settings in them. They do.
Yes. But sublimation is so much fun. But I think about it. I got the sublimation machine so that I could make quick earrings. But when I do my pop-ups and vendor shows, like I got two, I'm doing one Friday and Saturday. So I need stuff, like stuff that I can make real quick. Then the stuff that I take my time, like my bracelets, which is my money maker, I have I could really put more time into those. So that's why I did the sublimation, because I could just sublimate like 10 pairs of earrings like in less than an hour.
Right.
And those and those are items that I sell at my craft shows. Any pop-ups, I'll sell them for like between like $10 to $15, and they'll help me pay for my booth and then my big ticket items, which is my bracelet stack that I sell between $50 to $60. If I only sell 2 or 3 of those, I'm okay, because I made a lot of money off of my small items.
Right.
And that's
absolutely. That's a great
the trick
strategy.
to having a successful pop-up. Is having stuff that sells between $10 to $15. And then your big ticket item. Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Let's see. Susan mentioned DTF, direct to film. What is that?
That direct to film is more like if you print it, it prints off also like a sublimation, but the print is cut out. And then you just iron it on whatever you're putting it on. So it's a little different than sublimation.
But don't they mostly do that with clothing, the DTF?
Yes. Direct to film is mostly clothing, because because you can't sublimate on dark colors. So if you got like a black t-shirt, you can't sublimate on that because it's black already, so it's not going to take the ink.
Susan trying to get me into something else.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I know. My girlfriend, her daughter does t-shirts and hats and stuff like that, and she uses a Cricut. But she had an extra heat press that she just has sitting in the storage room. And whenever her mother needs to take her stuff to storage, I drive over and take her mom over to the storage unit, and I keep seeing the heat press down there. And I'm like, maybe your daughter should loan me her heat press. And I'm like, where would I put it in here?
Exactly. Where would you put it? That's why I know I won't get a laser machine, because I have no place to put it.
Yeah, and I see it. I didn't have no place either, but I kind of moved some S out of the way.
Yeah, me too. That's what I did. I moved some stuff out of the way.
I made some space in my garage, and my son keeps saying, "You need to clean this stuff out of the garage." Well, every time I look in the garage,
Sherry,
a lot of the stuff is his.
Sherry, if you take a picture of that one that you're trying to get the copy, send it to me. I'll print it on sublimation paper and mail it to you.
Oh my goodness, that would be so awesome.
So you won't lose that one print.
You won't lose that image. I know. I used to make. I used to do jelly prints like that, and then it'd be like, oh man, I don't want to use it all up, because it'd be a one-time creation.
Exactly. Yeah.
And can I remember exactly the steps I followed to create it? No, but I love that piece of paper. But you
can do black if you use the Cricut to cut the background, then put the design on it.
You can do that.
So you have to put white on it and then put the design on the white.
Yeah, but that's a lot of trouble.
And Deborah O'Neill said, "Carol, thank you for the time management tips."
You're welcome.
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So definitely.
There's so much you could get involved. You'll end up spending so much money chasing behind what you watch or see some other person do.
I know. And then
I'm telling you, I think I go inside of Michael's and Hobby Lobby and Joann's. I'm watching video that night, and then the next day I'm either putting it in my cart off of Amazon, or I'm going to one of the craft stores trying to find it.
Me too. I wanted some acrylic in a hurry, and I said, okay, Michael's is selling the Glow Forge, the Aurora, so I know I can go get some acrylic. They've closed the store that was closest to me in Manhattan, but there's another one way downtown in a ritzier neighborhood. I said, well, I'll go down to Chelsea to get me some acrylic. I get down to the Michael store and I say to the girl, I said, "Where's your Glowforge?" She said, "What?" I said, "Oh Lord."
Okay.
I said, "Are y'all carrying the Glowforge and the Aurora?" She said, I don't know what that is. I said, "What?" I was so upset. Because I didn't make a phone call, but I went all the way down there on the subway and everything, making sure nobody was standing behind me and or too close.
Okay.
And I got down there and they weren't even carrying it. I was mad. I said, "Look, if they had it in the store, the people in New York, in Manhattan, would have bought it." I said, "I don't know why they weren't carrying it in Manhattan." So I had to go up to the suburb to buy it.
Wow. Well, remember I told y'all I ordered some blanks from Etsy?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so I went back and read because I thought they were wood. They white acrylic. So you can sublimate on white acrylic. So if you could cut that on your Glowforge, then you could make the shapes for sublimating. Because you can because the ones that I ordered from the lady that's coming from Etsy, which just got shipped today. So hopefully I have it by the end of the week. They are white acrylic, but you could sublimate on that because I've been watching some YouTube videos on it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, awesome. And I see on your on the Florida Glowforge, you can cut acrylic, the white acrylic.
On which one?
On her one that she has in Florida.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
On her big machine, she can cut white acrylic, but on the small one,
on the small one, she can't do it.
Yeah, because I can't cut on my dial. I can't cut white.
Yeah,
but I have at home in Maryland, I have a Polar. I could cut white on that one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But definitely. So, but I was cutting up stuff. I said, let me see if this works. I don't know. Let's see. I had tried. This was.
I seen the one you showed me.
Yeah. This was using the Michaels material.
Okay.
They're blank. It was originally a round circle, and I said, let me see if I can cut this out, and it will cut, but it's not always perfect. Like around the edges, there may be, the edges may peel, like it'll kind of crack or whatever. And I was like, well, I don't know if that was my setting or if it was the material. So I've got some other stuff that I said I would try.
Yeah.
Stuff that came in the mail today.
Yeah. Well, I've been spending so much time on sublimating. I got bracelet requests right now. Like 2 people want me to make stack bracelets for them, and I'm like, I gotta put this sublimation to the side because it's not making the money right.
Get your money makers. Mm-hmm.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
I spent so much time on, trying to get this stuff set up, and I had 2 orders to get out. Well, I had prepared the orders last night, but I hadn't printed out the labels and got them ready to wrap. And about 4:00, I said, let me get up from here. I already got these people's money. I better send them this stuff.
I know. That's why I am. I try to ship out within 48 hours of a paid invoice. So once the invoice is paid, I tell them I'll ship it out within 48 hours.
Right.
But if I'm custom making something, I ask for 50% up front, and then once I complete it, and then I try to complete it within, I give them like 7 days to complete it. And then after I complete it and they pay the rest of the balance, then I mail it out within 48 hours.
Carol, I stopped doing, well, for one thing, I wasn't doing it right, custom orders.
I hate them.
I just, in fact, I've had a couple of people, and my daughter had to teach me because I would go ahead and take the doggone order, even though I didn't want to do that, and then she would fuss at me. But I finally learned to say no. I'm so sorry. I
hate them. I hate custom orders. Well, the reason why I hate custom orders is because I just want to create. If I make it and you want to buy it, buy it. If not, somebody else will.
Right.
But because I just getting ready to spend $1,000 on this deductible for my car. I said I better take these custom orders.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna ask you about your car.
Yeah. Well, they found it, and it's at the repair shop now. So only problem is they have to send it directly to a Kia dealership to do the. It's at like a place called Caliber. It's a collision repair place, but they got to send it to the Kia. And the Kia dealership is so backed up with so many Kia cars being stolen.
No.
Oh my gosh.
I might not have my car to the first of the year.
Oh no. What kind of damage did they do to it?
Well, only thing they did was break the window, messed up the steering column. The ignition took that out. That's the only thing that I can see. And then they drove it, and when it ran out of gas, they left it.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna catch up on the comments. Let's see. Susan says she uses DTF prints on leather, fabric, ribbon, you name it. DTF printing is so easy. And then JC said, girl, it was so hard to cut that sublimation blanket. It was just not worth cutting it compared to the wear and tear on my laser.
Yes, she told me.
And Susan says, I use
what she can do
leather tooling. It's awesome. I still have my Cricut maker, but I don't do anything with it.
For JC, if she wants to cut blanks, I saw where someone took wood, they painted it white, they put polyacrylic on it, and then they were able to sublimate on it.
I saw that too.
I seen that too.
So all you have to do is go to the wood.
Go.
Yeah. But see, that would be a lot of trouble. And like JC was trying to do it because she wants to tap into that. If I'm not mistaken, JC just wants to tap into that market to make money off of it. But if she's going to end up spending so much money to make her blank, she wouldn't profit much.
Well, I thought she was trying to make blanks for herself initially.
Oh no, she was trying to tap into that market. You know, and it's a good market for any one of you to tap in. Like
yeah, we were excited.
Right, yeah. Right. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to tap into it. I guess. I know for the white acrylic, it'll have to be.
JC said, "Say that again, Carol. Custom orders are more work than I want to do." And then she said, "She's done. I guess she's done that before. What Cassandra was talking about." And she said that's a lot of trouble.
Did.
But she was trying to
talk earlier this
it's not worth it
last week. Me and JC talked, and she said it's a lot of trouble. And I'm like, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna because I'm gonna have to sit the sublimation to the side for a little bit anyway, and start focusing on other things because I never want to get into one lane and stay because that's what keeps me creating is to be able to, you know. I wish I could get back into clay because I have a lot of clay in that room.
Oh, I do too.
Hey, I know. I was looking at some clay stuff this past week too, and I was like, oh. Yeah, I got clay in two states.
And I got those pan pastels down there. I never do anything with them because I use the pan pastels on the clay.
Right.
Okay.
Well, you know what? You could use it in your paint when you're painting the wood.
So I would.
I mean, you know, if you wanted, if like I know I had a lot of the metallic pan pastels, so you know I could just mix that in when painting.
Okay.
You know, because I keep telling myself, stop buying. Use what you have. Use what you have, girl, because I got too much.
Yes.
I got too much.
Oh my That's goodness. Me. Every day the Amazon truck is stopping it. Right. And I know I don't have money to spend, but what happened was I had bought some sublimation bookmarkers, and I had bought a lot of them. And so I didn't like them because they were like a foam, and I wanted the metal. So when I sent them back, I had all this credit from Amazon. So I ended up shopping with that.
Okay.
Where is Marcy at?
I don't know. Marcy might be upset because I muted her for a little while last week.
Oh, okay. I wanted to know how her machine is coming along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's probably busy with that machine. Come to think of it,
Busy cutting.
I should have checked on her.
My son has encouraged me to he keeps saying, Mom, you need to get into designing, so that you could sell SVG files and whatnot on Etsy. So I was flipping through this lady's her Etsy store. I was looking at the different earrings she had, and up popped these earrings. I thought, oh, those are so cute. I said, but all she did was take a file, because I had seen that particular item as clip art myself. I said, I've seen that clip art. I said, all she did was cut out that clip art and turn it into an earring. I was like, well, if she can do that, I can do it. So I found the clip art. Well, actually, I'm wearing my earrings right now. I found the clip art, and I cut out the little tree. Let's see.
Okay.
I cut out the little tree.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
And put a little. She had a circle on the top of hers. I said, "Oh no, I'm gonna have a star on my Christmas tree." So I had some yellow acrylic that I got from Amazon this week, and I went on and cut out myself a little star.
Okay.
I said, "Yeah, okay, all right." I had to pay her for her earring.
Okay, Lachelle said, no, JC said, let's see, JC said, let me go up here. I don't miss anything. JC said, y'all, I have so many cutters I will be selling on clearance. If you get back into clay, let me know. I love doing the clay. LOL. I love everything. We all do.
Yeah.
Lachelle said, JC, I did add washi to some Hobby Lobby rounds and cut on the Glowforge. It wasn't sticky. Next time I'm going to use glue or Mod Podge to make it sticky. I think washi sheets would be better, I guess.
Oh, washi tape. Yeah, you have to glue it down because the whole concept of the washi tape is not sticky enough.
Right. And Susan said you use a printable DTF sheet, print, then you cover a fine poly powder, heat it up, and it's like an iron on transfer. It's so easy. And JC said, awesome, Lachelle. Lachelle said, I still need to play with the resin in them. I'm going to look for washi sheets. The tape is in the strips. And Marcia said, Miss Sherry, I'm not upset. I'm listening to you ladies. All is well. I'm not dressed. I'm not probably stressed. So Marcia, have you turned on your machine? Have you cut something? Lachelle said, hi, Marcia.
Hi, Marcia.
Machine. Robin's Arts. And
hello, Marcia. I want to hear about your successes.
That tree is adorable, Robin said. And Marcia said, hey, Lachelle. And JC said, hey, Marcia. Marcia said, oh, Lachelle, still in the box. Oh, Lachelle says, does anyone buy the wood rounds from Hobby Lobby? They come in a 6-pack. I haven't bought them. How much are they? I have to look for price. Hey y'all, I did have a win this week. I did an outside show. And I did it because it's one that I've done, for a few years, and it's always really good. It's called a Porch Fest, and it's in one of the historic neighborhoods in Jacksonville, and they, these huge houses with these big porches on it, and it's a gentrified neighborhood. We used to be over there, but anyway, they have bands on different porches, and people just really come out. The day was beautiful, so I made enough money between my live sale and that show. I made enough to pay for my my Glowforge that I have in North Carolina.
All right.
Oh, wonderful! I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
And I had lots of help. My goddaughter helped me, and my sister came by, and my husband, he did the beginning and the end, so it worked out. And somebody called me today. They found me on my website. They're doing a free show. So they offered me a spot in a free show, an inside show. So I'm excited about that on the 17th.
Good for you.
I'm just gonna keep looking for that kind of stuff because I got too
only
many
do
earrings
inside
around here.
shows. I don't do many outside shows. That's why this is my time of year, because in the summertime here in Indiana, they try to have a lot of outside shows, and I won't do them. They know Miss Carol don't, and I'm well known in the vendor community. And the one thing they know, Miss Carol does not do outside shows.
Okay, I don't blame you.
No.
Okay. All right. Susan's going. She said, have a wonderful time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Marcia said she'll open her thing over the weekend. And JC said, see you later, Susan. Okay, so I'm
Honey, I don't know how she spent the week with it in the house unopened. When something comes, I'd be like, I gotta open it.
Marcia, I miss you because you keep up on the chat between you and JC. I don't have to worry about the chat because y'all keep up with the chat. Oh goodness. But yeah, that's what's going on this side of town, this side of the world. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
so
I'm trying to get some stuff made, and I gotta find a babysitter for my mother the weekend of the 18th, so I can go join my kids down in Maryland at a show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I gotta figure out which sister's gonna take care of her. So
I have a bit on the week of the 18th also.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have one that's gonna have like 90 vendors.
Okay. That's a big one. Yeah.
That's huge.
I've done the biggest one I've done is one that had 300 vendors, and it was it's called the She event, and it's here in Indianapolis, and people come from all over, from Texas, everywhere. Sherry, I know if you came to the She event, you would make so much money with your earrings. Oh my gosh. Because it's the She event is it's a group of African American women who is an organization, and they operate out. It's a non-for-profit organization out of Indiana, and what they do is help African American start their own business.
Okay.
Yeah, they have they have grants, that money that they give out. They have a store where you could actually come in and rent a spot in the site. It's like a big store, and you can actually have a store in there Monday through 7 days a week if you wanted to.
Okay.
Have a spot in there. Yeah.
Wow.
So, but they had this big She event, and you could really go onto YouTube and Google it. People come from as far as Texas, New Orleans, all over for the She event. It's a 8-hour day show. The booths range anywhere from $200 to $275, but it is worth it. You make your money.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
It's always in September, so think about that next year, Sherry.
I'll be thinking.
Then you can come visit. We'll make sure we meet up and go to dinner or have lunch.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Where am I? JC said I have my last event for the year outside on the 5th of November, hoping for a good crowd. And Marcia said, that's great, JC. You will do great. You have beautiful pieces. Yeah. Sure do. Man. Okay, guys. Let's see still. We have how many people in here? 11 people. Okay. All right. Pick a number between 1 and 11. That's not pick a number between 1 and 20. JC said, where's the event, Carol, that you were talking about?
The She event is here in Indianapolis. And what happened, they won't start advertising until around about June or July, but I'll make sure I let everybody know when it's going to be. I'll make sure I send out Willie, you on camera. Okay.
What? I missed it. Was that her husband or something?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what
I got to cover it up.
7, 19.
No, on there. I wasn't paying attention.
You got any more numbers?
He forgot I was on here.
So was he naked? No, I'm kidding.
from the top up.
Oh, I missed it.
Number 9 for me.
Okay, number
Sherry,
9.
you crazy.
You know, my husband know now.
That's 14 for me.
14. He'll come to the door and say, "Can they hear me?"
Well, I used to
My
work from
mother's
home
back
before I
here
retired.
talking in the background.
Okay.
And
Okay,
my husband would do that. I'll be in a meeting with my staff. I had a staff of 37, and he'll walk past, and they'd be like, I'd be like, oops, I'm covering up the phone. They'd be like, what was that?
Okay. A little excitement in the day.
Yeah.
little break up of the day. Okay, this is the number. Who's the closest? 4.
I can't see it.
It's a 4. A 4. Lachelle is 6. Look like Lachelle is it. Okay, Lachelle, you gonna email me? Let me put my email in the chat. SHERIKAO @AOL.com. Okay, Lachelle, email me.
So I want to ask JC a question. JC, you make 3D printed cutters?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, I have a 3D printer. It is like so beginner, but I do have a guy that will cut bulk for me, and I have quite a few of my designs that you guys have seen in wood, in clay cutters. I just haven't been advertising the clay cutters that much. It's on my site. I'm getting ready to get away from the 3D cutting, only because I'm not going to invest in a better 3D printer. Sorry. So that was a long way of saying yes, I do, and I can, but it's not my passion.
So I didn't understand what program were you using to design your cutters in?
I would send the image to the guy who would create the STL files. I'm not one of those that
okay.
I'm not trying to work hard. No, I will source it out. So he would give me a price for the STLs, and then we would negotiate how much it's going to cost to create the cutters when I want more than just 1 or 2. And so I'll get them in bulk, and then I'll have them to sell on my website. So yeah.
Okay, because when I first started, I was trying to learn Fusion 360, and that was deep and heavy. And then I kind of got away from it, and when I came back, there was this website called Cookie CAD, so I started using Cookie CAD. But I still.
I'm gonna tell you something about me. Like, I really, really wanted to do the sublimation, and I wanted to cut them, and I wanted to be able to provide that. But as I think Sherry and I are the same way, this right here might be out of my wheelhouse. And if it's not fun, I don't want to do it. So creating in those little programs, no. If I could pay somebody to bring my image to light, then yeah, bring it on, and then let me use it to cut, you know what I'm saying, to do what I do best. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I agree, JC. So, and that's how I feel too sometimes. That's the reason why I know I want to buy a laser cutter, because I know that I will feel myself pressured to work harder to make money to pay for it. Right now, I spend my little, I go do an event, I make $300 or $400. I come back, I might spend $200 or $100 in crafting, buying supplies. I don't want to spend $1,000 on something and then feel like I'm obligated to produce something from it.
Yeah, no. It takes the fun out, but I'll tell you what.
It takes the fun out. Yeah. Because this is supposed to have been a hobby. I've invested so much money into it. So when I don't go in my craft room, I hear my husband saying, you need to get in that craft room. You need to get in that craft room. And he only says that because he knows how much money I done put into it. So he want to see me in that making so that money could keep coming back in here.
Yeah. That's my husband. He always want to know how much did we make.
You'd be like, I'm going to get some more equipment. Wait a minute now. Did you make that money yet?
Exactly.
Make it before you spend it.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm the only single person right now here.
No, I am there. Yeah. I do what I want to do, and then I look silly over here saying, "Girl, you better use that stuff." Ain't nobody counting.
I'm going to the
I ended up retiring. I guess it's been 2 years now, and I was like, "Look, I'm retired now. I got a little bit of money. I know what I like to do. I love to create. So, you know, if I can kind of afford it, and it's in my budget that I can kind of afford it, and I would like to do it, then I jump on it.
Same here.
Because like right now, I think I've gone through at least 3 different 3D printers myself.
Wow.
I'm working on my 3rd 3D printer right now.
Wow.
Did they break or did you just upgrade?
Yeah. After a while, they will break, or you can't get them to work anymore. Like my first one, the first one I had was really small. It wasn't even as big as an 8 by 10 paper, so it was very small. I had to, after a while, it wouldn't heat up, so I had to work on it to try to get it to work again. Me and my son were working on it as a project. We didn't finish. Then so I bought a second one, and then something went wrong, and the second one failed, and I couldn't get it to work. I said, "Look, I'm gonna buy me another one." I just went on and bought me a 3rd one. So I have the 3rd one here. It's working. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Go to the chat.
I'm
going to the chat. Let's see here. I think Lachelle said, I enjoy your videos. JC said, thank you, Lachelle. Lachelle said, my husband must be related to your husband. Probably my husband. Okay, I'm caught up.
Cassandra, I have a question for Cassandra. Cassandra, you said that you got an event on the 18th. At your events, do you sell only jewelry, or do you have other items that you sell?
I have other items. I even make door rounds.
Okay.
The big door rounds to put on your front door. I've been making some of those. I ended up joining a Patreon page, and with the Patreon subscription, you get all their files, and I pick out the ones I like, and I just make them. I know my son told me he did a show this week, and he's like, "Well, this sold and that sold. You need to make another one, Mom."
Okay.
So yeah, so I have a plethora of things, and then he has 3D printed items.
Okay. So the reason why I asked that, because I was looking on Facebook, and I belong to like one of these vendor groups, and one lady was on there saying that the market is so saturated at pop-up shops and vendor and craft shows with jewelry makers. She said, so a lot of them are saying, well, now they're selling jewelry along with other items, like what JC was saying also. You got to find something else to sell because the market is so populated with jewelry makers out there.
That's true.
That is true. Yeah.
I'm going to have to show you one of the things. This is something else that I sell in my, I do, this is fabric, of course.
Yeah.
And so I have a lot of these that I put on canvas. Like I have a lot of mud cloth that I put on canvas and my mask. So you're right. You got to have some other things to sell.
Yes, and that's why I'm starting to do the
That's
book markers.
beautiful, Sherry. How do you get it so
Yeah,
shiny?
that is very beautiful. That first time I seen that, Sherry.
Resin. This is the 2-part resin.
That's beautiful.
Wow.
And it's what size wood? That's on wood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's on a piece of 1/4-inch birch plywood.
and then the backing is what? The black part is.
This is canvas.
Yes.
Yeah. And so it's easy
beautiful.
to do.
Yeah.
It's just to have something else, and it attracts attention. When you have something bigger, people want to come over.
Yeah. That was a nice Sherry.
Sherry, I don't know. I think you and I might have been chatting back and forth or something. So y'all saw briefly the little wood mask that I had cut out that looked 3D layered. So this weekend I used some of the wood stain that I received. I specifically ordered wood stain in the colors black, cherry, emerald, no, jade, and red, black, green, those 3 colors. I have white also, but I didn't use it. And so I did 1 layer, 1 color, and then alternated the colors on the mask. I'll show it next time. And so I started playing around with that, and I said, okay, now I need to put it on a backing, like a frame or a 3D shadow box, So I purchased, I went to the Dollar Tree. There's a lot of things I'm getting ready to start working on my Christmas holiday, y'all. But the Dollar Tree has like a 9x9, and I went for this size because my laser bed is about 12 inches, right? 12 by 12. So I got the 9x9 shadow box. It's from the Dollar Tree, y'all. It's already got the hook and the hang, and I'm going to lay the mask inside, so it's going to be in a 3D form in a shadow box. I cannot wait to show you guys what that looks like.
No, I can't wait to see it.
Yes, that's gonna be nice.
And there's also several mirrors that I got from the Dollar Tree. The ones that have they're like the 5-inch candle, octagon, circle, or squares. There's this guy on Facebook that is in the X-Tool M1 owners group. And I've been wanting to do this. I got that armor etch about 2 years ago and called myself stenciling some etched glass. And you know what I'm saying? I got scared of it because that junk ain't nothing but acid. But now I got this laser, and he's been etching mirrors, and they are so beautiful. I was like, Lord, you knew exactly what I wanted to do. And so I'm getting ready to start etching mirrors with something like, he did the Serenity Prayer. And so I was like, I'm going to pop on some favorite Bible verses or some encouraging, inspirational phrases and put it on a hanging something. I don't know what I'm going to do, but, something like that, so I can throw it into like a bundle with jewelry. It may not, somehow relate them, but just kind of say 3 for a certain price or whatever. But this laser is opening up so many avenues of things that I thought I had to do by hand, which can be done, but it's so much easier to do with the laser. So when I show you guys, hopefully it'll look as good as it does in my head.
I'm quite sure it will, JC. Almost everything you make looks good to me.
Yes.
All of you. And in this group, it's a bunch of great talent.
Yeah,
and it's beautiful to see everything everybody does. I really love it.
Right. And there was something somebody was going to tell. In fact, at my show, I was telling somebody that clip-ons. Somebody in the group last week said they had a good source for some clip-ons that were a good quality. Who was that?
I did mention that I have some. Let me see. Can I find the ones that I got? The ones that I got off of Amazon, and I'm gonna pull it up real quick because I just ordered some more of them. not too
Okay.
long ago.
Y'all,
Sticking
I'm
out
talking
toes.
about y'all out in the streets.
Yeah.
Okay, I talk about you everywhere I go too, Sherry. I'm like, well, I've seen Sherry do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Girl, don't let me lead you astray.
It's too late. It's too late.
Well,
You,
I am trying to master that resin. I always have problems where it pulls away from the edges, even though I stretch it out to the edges. As it cures, it pulls away.
Yeah, and some brands are worse about that than others.
Yeah.
What brand are you using, Cassandra?
I do. When I do the resin, sometimes I'll just do a really thin layer. I might even paint it on my first layer and let that harden. Then I'll start doing the resin like I want it to look at the end. So I give it something to grip on. You know what I'm saying?
When you paint it on, you paint it on with what kind of brush?
A regular brush, one of dollar store, little blue brushes, teeny weeny. It's about a half an inch wide. But
it's a one-time use brush though, right?
I mean, I keep it in a dark little container,
so it doesn't get hard.
Yeah. Keep it away from the light, and after several weeks or a month, it will get hard. I keep it in a kind of a dark container. I dip it in there, and then I just kind of paint one layer very thin. It will pull. It may even bubble a little in some spots, but there's a layer for the next layer of resin to grip on to. So then that layer will not pull away. Now you can resin the way that you would if you wanted to dome it or, and needed to get rid of the bubbles. So it may take one extra step, but it's worth it. So you don't have all that resin you put on. Now it's all pulled away and your whole finished product is not what you wanted.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
JC, do you get less air bubbles when you do it that way?
Well, yeah, because the next layer, because I work with fabric so much, that's why I use the paintbrush, because that fabric holds air. And if you do just one thing of resin, I have found that those bubbles will sit on the top of that fabric under your resin, and you can't even if you put the lighter on it, it won't necessarily raise up. So that's why I started painting the first layer on, then putting it under the UV light. Now the bubbles, I have gotten the bubbles away. There should not be that many on the very next and last layers. That's just, but I'm already ready to zen out doing some resin, because when I do the resin, it's so soothing. I do it in bulk, you know what I mean? Okay. I got like 20 pieces. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna watch it go to the edge. I put my little jazz on, and it's just one of those things.
Michelle wants to know if you use a lighter.
I do.
Yeah. She says she loves how you do your resin with the brush. And Marcia said, Cass, I love resin on my hand painted earrings. They pop the colors plus my design.
Yep.
And
nice.
Robinson Gill said, Cassandra, maybe you could have hooks on a mirror frame to hang your jewelry. And Denali said, yes, indeed.
Okay.
And Marcia said, all you ladies are greatly gifted and talented.
Thanks. So Carol, this is the brand that I've been using. Whoops.
What is that? That is the Michaels brand, isn't it?
No, it's something from Amazon.
And that's what I had been using, but I'm finding that it over time it yellows on some of my things. So
okay.
I never used that. I've only used J Diction and Les Resin.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking about ordering J Diction the next time. Okay. But I had been using this for a while.
Me too. I've used that for a long time.
Yeah.
Until I.
But see, I didn't know about resin until I watched one of JC's videos, and she used J Diction.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Let me answer Lachelle. Lachelle, yes, I do use a lighter. A lot of times, if I do what I just mentioned to you guys, I don't need to use the lighter. Because the bubbles don't appear as much. So if you're asking on that first layer when I paintbrush it onto the fabric, sometimes I do use a lighter to get the visible bubbles, but then I won't need the lighter on the very next layer. And just for information purposes, if you get a thicker resin, it's easier to work with. It's called high viscosity. Sometimes you'll work with your resin and it flows to the side too quick, and it's like, oh Lord, I ain't got time to work with it. That's the low viscosity. I can't remember which brands are high viscosity and which are low, but if you type it in Amazon, low viscosity, or excuse me, you want high viscosity resin. That is easier to work with, and you can spread it. The bubbles will come up slowly, or actually they are less. It's usually less resin, less bubbles for me. J Diction is one of those thicker ones.
Yeah, and J Diction do have all the have the high and the low. They have 4 different types.
Oh, okay.
And,
so I'll know to look for
a trick if it's not J Diction. I have those little skinny bottles, those little plastic bottles that has that little pointed spout. It's kind of like you use it for glue or whatever. I put
a fine point glue bottle.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So it's that clear, just like you have, Sherry. And I did it by accident. I put resin in that bottle, and it thickened up slowly. But that's when I found out I liked the thicker resin. And that was because there was my overhead light, different lights was slowly curing it. Mm-hmm. So now I use the thicker resin. And that's how I found out I prefer the high viscosity ones.
JC, somebody, Denali is asking, do you seal your fabric first prior to putting on your resin?
My first coat of resin that I paint on is my seal. Okay. Yeah. So, but just like Sherry and I showed in a lot of our videos, is when you have wood and you're putting the fabric on, you're putting the Mod Podge on, then you're putting the fabric on, then you're putting the Mod Podge on. Period. Mm-hmm. Now I resin my pieces as I cut them. So yes, I guess I do seal them before I resin them. Mm-hmm. I hope that answers your question.
Ladies, we got anything else?
I just bought some triple thick. And I can't think of the girl's name. I noticed she's like a representative for plaid paint. And she was, doing a video with some earrings that she painted. And when she was finished, she put some triple thick on it. And it looked really good. And I was like, you know what? I used to have a jar, but then I didn't use it. So it dried up.
That happened to me.
So I just ordered me a jar yesterday. And it came from Amazon.
Okay.
Here's the clip-ons. Let me tell you the name of them. They Panda Hall, and it's 6 colors. There's 36 pieces in there for $12.99. It's Panda Hall on under Amazon, and it says 36-piece brass clip-on earring converters, and they're comfortable. They're not uncomfortable.
Okay, converters.
Yeah. If I knew how to put it in the comment, well, here I could type it in the comment. Yeah. Okay. I'll put it in the comments. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, let's see. Lorraine Madison. Hello, ladies. Oh, her name is Khadija K Unity 77. Oh, who uses the okay, got it.
Yeah, that's her
Lorraine.
name. That's her name. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lorraine.
Khadijah.
And JC said, Denali, I use my spot. Oh, okay. You guys, it's going to be 2024 if we keep living for another seven weeks.
Amen.
Oh my goodness, time is going by so fast. Oh my goodness.
I'm excited to see where 2024 takes us as a group, for sure.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Same
we're
here.
Gonna get everybody.
I'm really excited.
I'm looking to be in the prosperous lane.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, so I can afford to go on some of the vacations I want to go on.
Okay. I had a little situation to clip my wings for a minute. Oh Lord. I had a $7,000 unexpected expense.
Ooh.
I have a rental that, and there was a leak, and it turned out I could fix the leak temporarily for $1,200, or I could do a whole repipe for $7,000. So I went ahead and said, okay, let me do this, and then I won't have to worry about this anymore. But I said, oh, there goes because my sister just went to Paris. Her and my niece went to Paris last weekend.
Oh, okay.
They had a chocolate festival.
Oh, that's nice.
No chocolate festival for me.
Yeah. But you know what, Cherry? I'm gonna tell you, like I said, when I had my car stolen.
Okay.
When I had my car stolen and I have to pay this $1,000 deductible, I'm retired now. So me and my husband both, he retired from the military and I'm retired from the hospital. So once the money income, you know, you kind of budget yourself a little better. But I remember when I came a few days after the car was stolen, I was so angry and cussing the people out in my head. And just maybe a day or two ago, I came to the revelation, be grateful. I'm grateful to God that I did not come out the church when they were still in my car and they shot me and killed me. I'm grateful to God that I do have some money set aside that I was going to take a cruise with, that I could pay my deductible with. So I'm just grateful. So just be grateful to God that you have that you could do the 7,000 and you get yourself back on track.
Right.
Yeah.
Because water
just do a lot more of those jury lives and you'll make that money.
Yeah. Because water is terrible. Terrible.
Yeah.
The damage water can do. I had somebody rent my house and there was a leak, and instead of her saying something to me, she just ignored it. And then when she moved out, she was like, oh yeah, I didn't see it until I moved out. And I was like, ain't no way, because it was creeping into the bedroom where her child was sleeping. I said, ain't no way she didn't know that. I was upset.
Yeah. You're right. There's always something to be grateful for. You are.
Yeah.
And Denali said, let's see. Oh, Marcia said, looking for a great, prosperous new year with lots of open doors for sales and meeting lots of customers. Yes. Yeah, and Denali said, I am sure you can make your money back soon, Sherry. And Denali said, amen. And always grateful. Marcia said, God is good all the time. And Lorraine said, yes, it's all perspective. Change the thoughts. That is awesome. That is so awesome. Thank you, Carol, for that reminder. You're right. Because it could always be worse. Yes, absolutely. Well, I think that's a good note to end on. Thank everybody for coming. We so appreciate. Oh, guys, I hit 4,000. I hit 4,000 today. 4,000.
You hit 4,000 on what?
On her YouTube channel.
On my YouTube channel, 4,000. Because when I started this thing, like I told you, I'm an introvert, And so I don't have a lot of friends.
1,000 people did.
Yes,
Yes.
oh my goodness, that still just blows me away. I am just so grateful.
Yeah.
I'm grateful.
Oh,
Yeah, you know what,
congratulations.
Sherry? I'm gonna tell you what attracts them.
Say again.
It's the jewelry making, because that's what attracts me. Anybody that's making jewelry, I subscribe to them.
Yes, yes. Me too. Me too. And I find new people every day. Yes, 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 yes. All right, good people. This is we're Sharika Originals chat group. All right, guys. Everybody be blessed. See you next time.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Take care. Okay.